Hi, you guys, it's Melanie, and welcome back to Living Luxuriously for Less, where we celebrate, decorate, and enjoy everyday life for less. Well, speaking of decorating and celebrating, it is now officially the holiday season, and I am going to be sharing with you guys in today's video how to decorate two slim Christmas trees in less than an hour. And so, if you guys are getting ready to decorate your home for the holidays, you definitely want to grab a pen and a pencil so that we can jump in as I share these tips and tricks and decorate my trees with you. So, the first step you want to take is that you want to assemble and fluff your trees a day in advance and give them time to settle. This is, one of the ways that I kind of get myself in the mood for decorating. I fluff the tree first and then I go back the next day and I start the decorating process so that it doesn't seem too overwhelming and it really allows me to get into my creative space. I also have a little holiday music playing in the background to just kind of add to the overall ambiance of me getting into the holiday spirit. Now, the second tip that I like to do is I like to go through my ribbon and sprays and ornaments in order to kind of create a recipe for each Christmas tree, especially when you're decorating two different Christmas trees the same. So I like to use David Christopher's Christmas tree ornament recipe card, and I will link that down below for you guys. It's an absolutely free resource, but it's really easy for you to be able to decide how many ornaments you need. And then I like to go through and kind of divide them out. So on the right hand side, you'll see everything I'm going to be using on the tree closest to the camera. And then on the left hand side, you see everything I'm going to be using for the tree closest to the left hand side of the console. So I have those things divided out and I am ready to go. So the next thing that I like to do, and this is step number 3, is that I like to start at the top and then work my way down. What do I mean by that? I like to start by adding in my Christmas picks. I like to add my ribbon. All those things that I need to do, I like to start those things and then kind of work my way down from that so that I can secure the the topper or the picks into the tree with the ribbon. And so it makes it a lot easier for me, and you don't have to really worry about knocking ornaments out of the tree if you start from the top and work your way down to the bottom. Now, some people like to start with the actual picks. I like to start with the bow because the bow, in my opinion, it helps to secure the picks in for me because I can slide the picks through the knot of the bow, especially that center pick. That's like the most important one for me. And the ribbon that I'm using here is also from David Christopher. Now, when you're making your bows and everything for your ribbon, be sure to get wired ribbon. Invest in your ribbon. I use my ribbon time and time again. Once I use it on the spool, I keep the spool, and at the end of the season, I rewrap that ribbon right back around that spool, and I use it over and over again. So don't be afraid to invest in your ribbon and save your spool and reuse that ribbon over and over and over each year. Now, once I get my ribbon into the tree, I start working it through the tree and I create a pattern. So at the top, I have my ribbon kind of slanted to the left. And then the next ribbon that I put in, I'm going to probably go in the middle of the opposite direction. And so you'll kind of see me do that process. It actually took me right at 38 minutes and 58 seconds to decorate both of these trees. But what I'm going to do is speed up the process so that you guys can see a completed tree. So once you have your ribbon in, you want to go ahead and start adding your picks. Again, before you start decorating two trees, you've already gone through all of your picks, your ribbons, your bows, your anchor, your ornaments, and you have separated them out so that you will have the equal number of ornaments and picks and accents for both trees. When you're dealing with a slimmer tree, sometimes your picks can be longer it can be, the stems can be longer and it will tend to show through the greenery of the trees. And what I like to do is run the picks down the center and I don't really like to bend it, nor do I like to cut it because I may use it in a different tree next year. So I will run it down the center, and then I will wrap the greenery branch around that particular pick. And you can see that happening there as well. I almost edited this out of the video, but I think it is so important for you guys to see. And that is, don't be afraid to try things in your Christmas tree. I had this black pick that I wanted to add into the tree, and I just couldn't get it to work. And so essentially I removed it. And so that's one of the reasons why I do one tree at a time, because I want to, make sure that I'm loving everything in the tree, and then I'll go back and duplicate it on the other side. So don't be afraid to try something new. If it doesn't work, take it out and, proceed on. I think so many times on social media, you guys just see the finished outcome. That's always really beautiful and, stunning and, New York Times Square worthy. But the truth of the matter is, behind the scenes, we do a lot of trial and error. We do a lot of testing. And a lot of times, more often than not, things don't work out. So don't be afraid to try something new. You don't, just because it's not what's trending on Instagram or TikTok or whatever, it doesn't mean that it won't work for you. And so once I stepped back and looked at this, it didn't work for me. And so I took it down and started over. And there's absolutely nothing wrong with that. It's your home, and you want to create things in your home that work for you. And thanks for tuning in to my TED Talk. Let's get back into tree decorating.
Hold up, I am on my way, I'm in motion. Let's go to the ocean. Yeah, let's go outside. We can hang out on the beach without freezing. Yeah, isn't that amazing? In Christmas times, we'll be chilling and having a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart.
Okay, next up, I'm going to go in the tree with the black and gold ribbon. Now, I will tell you guys that the black and gold ribbon is not a wired ribbon, but the trick to that, if you can't find the ribbon in the theme that you are using on your tree, the trick to that is to find a solid ribbon that does correlate with your theme, and then use a non-wired ribbon on top of that. Now, you can go through the work of hot gluing it one on top of the other. I've done that in the past, especially when I've used rhinestones, but I just didn't have the energy for that this year. So I decided to put, just place one on top of the other, and it worked perfectly fine. So for this one, I'm using the actual ribbon with the wire in it is the black velvet ribbon, and the non-wired ribbon is the gold ribbon with the black trimming. And so I'm just going to fill in the sparse spots along the tree. And if you're following the pattern, of course, we're going to start on the top left, the middle left, and then the bottom right, if you guys can see that pattern. And I'm going to speed this up so that you guys can enjoy that process as well.
This year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sand. You ready? Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. And I can promise Santa's coming to visit. No, he wouldn't miss this in Christmas times. Oh, and the sun said it is just getting better on a blanket with the skyline painted in blue. Ooh, yeah, that's what we do. We'll be chilling and having.
And now for the moment we've all been waiting for, and that is adding the ornaments. Now, I was fortunate enough to get the viral Hobby Lobby velvet ornaments earlier on in the year. I knew that I wanted this color palette to that matched our home. Now I'm still looking for another rug for the living room. I'm not in love with the rug that we have, but I knew that I wanted that neutral black and ivory color palette, and I was able to get those ornaments, the velvet ornaments, earlier on. Otherwise, I would have DIY'd these velvet ornaments, but very fortunate that I don't have to. So in order to kind of match that, I went in first with the black ornaments that I got from Hobby Lobby, and I have them in that matte black, the sequins, or kind of like the glitter, and there was a matte, and then there was a shiny. So I have all three of those, and I'm going to start going in with the shiny ones first, and then I'll follow suit with the others. Since I'm very limited on the velvet ones, um, you'll see me use those sort of last because I want those to be my highlight ornaments. And so I after getting those, I'll come in and put in. I call these black ones more or less my supporting ornaments because they are very plentiful, and then the velvet ornaments will be more of my main cast. They'll be my anchor ornaments. So you guys see me kind of work through that process. It's really, I don't really have a pattern. I just kind of step back, and what looks good to my eye is typically what I will go with. So that's kind of, I wanted to explain to you guys what was going on here, and you'll see me do this, and then once I get done with this tree, I'll move on and do the other tree.
In a good time. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart. Here we go. Now this Christmas, we're gonna dance. We're gonna dance, 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 come on. Dance. We're gonna dance, dance, have a good time. Dance, dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year
And finally, you'll see me add in the picks or sprays into my tree. I think with the slim tree, your ornaments are normally the main characters, and your sprays or picks will be, playing more of a supporting role. Um, in a larger tree, I'll use more sprays and picks and things of that. But like in this slimmer tree, you'll see me use less of it because I want you to be able to see more of the tree. I hope what I'm saying makes sense. And so I'm going to go through the tree, and I'm going to add those leaves and picks and sprays in where it makes the most sense. And then I will show you guys the finished product.
dance, all night long. We're gonna dance, dance, and have a good time. I think Santa's gonna come and join us in this song. Doesn't matter if the snow is falling or the wind blows and the rain is pouring. It will always be Christmas in my heart. But this year I wanna hang out with my friends and family, making angels in the sanctuary. Doesn't matter, it is Christmas in my heart.
And here are the final results. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you enjoyed the tips and tricks. I'll be back with a full living room tour once I finish enjoying my Christmas music and the scenery thus far. I am going to decorate the console. I'm just playing around with the things that are up there now. I also need to do the coffee tables and a few other accents in the living room as well. And so when I get it all finished, I'll be back with a full tour. But I hope you guys enjoyed these tips and tricks. I will see you guys at the next video. Don't forget, if you're loving this Christmas content, please check out my previous video on Christmas gift ideas. for weddings and events and beyond. I would love for you guys to check it out. I'll see you guys at the next one. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Until next time, it's Melanie with Living Luxuriously for Less. Cheers!